Hi everybody, and welcome to Let's Play The Sims 3. This is Frog Snack, and I'm here at the Gooder House. This actually is from the Showtime expansion pack that, the house and also the entire neighborhood is from. So we're here at Starlit Shores. We've got a lovely sunset happening, or a regular Sim sunset, because they really didn't put a lot of colors in the sky. It could be a little bit better, but... so here's, of course, the Sims version of California, or San Diego, or San Francisco, or San something. And along the shores, this beautiful mansion. I was actually just looking around. This is a kind of a pre-save that I had played this family a little bit because I was actually just using it, I think, to develop houses in the area. It wasn't that I was playing them at all. But it came to my attention when I came up with a new challenge that I really want to play. Now, somebody actually had linked it. And I'm going to thank you, but I apologize, I don't have the name in front of me. But somebody was saying, well, why don't you do a boarding house challenge and a boarding school? And I love the boarding school challenges. I've seen one or two of them on YouTube. They're great. They're just kind of fun in general, where you get to see all the kids develop. Now, in this case, I'm already not doing it according to the exact challenge rules, but I'll link the challenge rules. And this, I should say, is not the start of the challenge, although I really want it to be. This is me kind of gushing a little bit and being excited because there is so much to do, and I get to basically remodel the inside of the house. I have to turn what is currently a residence into, into a boarding school. Also, there's another current problem. Wait, he's over here fishing. Of course he is. But this is the current family that lives in the house, and so that's the other challenge, right? I have to figure out what's going on. But it ended up working out perfectly because the Gooder family... they had a lot of the traits that would match the challenge in general, but I just got so excited at looking at this space because it has to be set up so you have two dorms. Currently, right now, the house is exactly as it, pretty much as it was. I think I moved two columns to the side because they were in the way, but this is like the son's room and the parents and an extra bedroom and the daughters. Or whatever. I think it might be a little out of order, but still. So you can easily divide the house in half and have a girls' dorm and a boys' dorm, and that's how it's set up. But I was also excited about the entire fact that this is a very wealthy family, that, already their daughter was good. The son's of the perfect age to be one of the children in the boarding school. So right now, I'm just not letting him read any books or anything, so he can't cheat. And I did decide on uniforms, which he's not currently wearing, and I would love some of your guys' input as long as my game loads and isn't too slow. I can go through the few uniforms that I came up with, and you guys can vote on which ones you would like to see. So Sebastian Gooder here is my model, and he will definitely be in the challenge. Natasha is going to stay in the house, but she is too old to be in the boarding school itself. And Annabelle is their mother, and she will be the basically the headmistress of the house. Now, Edward this is essentially in his will that their family funds and that their worldly goods and things just goes to help children learn. So basically, he does have some old money, but he knows that he's only gotten as far as he could from his education in the first place. Ironically, they're all kind of snobs, which I think is just hilarious, and he's got art all over his house, which he can't stand, so there will be some fun restrictions just based on the traits of the family. But basically, once Edward Gooder passes away, this entire house will be turned into a center for children's learning by his wife, who wants to do him a service. So she's already, achieved her lifetime wish. She basically wanted to be wealthy, but at the point that she's going to be missing her husband, she will definitely want to do what he wants to do, and kind of fulfill his dreams or his wishes as well. He's a Renaissance sim, and he wanted basically to learn. So that was his goal in life, and he had, 10 logic and certainly didn't do any painting or anything, but his wife actually is avant-garde. Because, she's a rebel. She doesn't quite look like a rebel, but trust me, she is. So she actually likes art, and she'll be able to critique the students' art quite a bit. And Natasha will help out around the house until, basically until her mom passes away. Or, she's got, let's see, hang on, I'm sorry. They're currently not set to aging, but her mom just became an adult. So if it gets to the point in the challenge that she dies of old age, then Natasha will take over. And the challenge is this. So you have to raise 6 children from being children, and they can't leave the house until they're young adults. And, of course, they have to learn certain things every week. So I'm going to load up, let's take Sebastian through some of the outfits so you can see them, and at the same time I'll go over the rules of the challenge. So this is a Sims 3 boarding school challenge. You don't need any mods. I'm probably going to be playing with some store content just because I can, and as long as it applies to all of the children in the same way. Wait, hang on, I'm going to clothing. Then I don't have a problem with using it. Challenges like this, though, they do make me miss certain things from The Sims 2 that eventually I had in my game, you know, kind of late in playing it, where I had sewing machines and all kinds of fun things that they could do, like hands-on. And it's not loading, and I don't know why. And that's a little disappointing. Why not? Okay, well, we might have to go back to that. I'm just gonna rotate him. Ooh. That's not our uniform. Alright, well, I'm going to get out of that. I have some photos that I'll just go ahead and link up from here, since he's not going to cooperate with us. I might try through the... Yep, goodbye. Nice seeing you. I might try through the dresser real quick. I'm not sure what's up with that, but game's been on for a while, and again, ironically, it only does things like this when I'm also recording, so I kind of blame Fraps because I think it makes sense to blame them. Alright, let's go plan your outfit. Okay, so he's going to do that. Alright, so here's the requirements of the school. The school must cover the whole lot and have an outdoor area. Well, it covers most of the lot. This is a garage which can be converted. I had considered taking this into like a shop area when, you know, moving the cars or adding a level to it. I might do something with this space or make it just a general like outdoor area for the children. It needs a gym with exercise machines, so if you can see oh, hello, it's loading up now. I'm getting kind of excited about all the remodeling I'll have to do. A classroom with a bookshelf, a guitar, a telescope, an easel, and as many objects as you want, so I'll probably do 3 and 3. I'm going to try and have 3 boys and 3 girls, but I might not be able to do that. There's our outfits. Alright, so, this is what I pre-made, and I don't know what he's doing with his hair right now. I think because he was doing the joyride on the couch, maybe that's what threw it off. But this is actually one of the potential uniforms. So let me go into it, and this is actually number 4. So I'm gonna go over here, and we'll start with number 1. This is one of my secret favorites, and I know you can't see his hair right now, but I like the fact that it kind of has some more mature colors for the younger kids. I don't think it looks bad on a boy. And I love the 2 different colors in the tie. I think you can use it a lot. The little pinstripes I think are pretty smart. So that's uniform 1. Now basically I have set up outfits for everyday, outdoor, sleepwear, and everything will match these colors and or patterns. So this is uniform 2, which is basically red, black, and white. This one's pretty smart. I love the way it came out. It's a little more dramatic, but I'm still excited for it. I think it's pretty cool. Number 3 is Cobalt and Silver. So again, the same pinstripe. I think I made a darker pant eventually, but just a nice, smart Cobalt Silver. You know, the kids aren't going to Easter or anything. You know, it's not Easter brunch, but I think they look pretty clever, and the color was great, and I tried to find colors that would work great for boys and girls. I have not designed any of the girls' outfits yet. And then, of course, number 4, which had the plaid pink tie in it. So that's what he was in just because it was the last outfit that I left him in. We're going to have to endure his hairstyle for a while. Alright, so the formal outfit, I chose this because it had a blazer, and looking up a lot of prep school uniforms online, they typically, for winter wear especially, will do like the blazer and the outside jacket, but I just thought for formal wear it was really cute. Normally I love this little jacket on the boys, but I think it has the extra detail that I don't care for too much, but I loved the style with the scarf, and I think it is smart. And even with the pink, I wanted it to be sort of understated pink because, you know, for the boys, I didn't want it to overwhelm them, but I think boys can pull it off for sure. Again, this is kind of my secret favorite. I don't know about the mauve on a boy, but I like the maturity of the colors. Again, the jacket hasn't changed too much. And then we go into the blue and the silver, and again, the jacket hasn't changed much, and there's your black and yellow, which I think there will be some fans of this, I'm not sure, but please don't hate me if I choose a different one. But and then again we've got the gray and the blue and the pink, so I guess you can tell what sort of things I like. I loved the muted light colors. I really loved how the blue came out. This is the darker pants, so that's what I would be changing them out to. But I like the opportunity for the black and the contrast of it, so I actually like the pink for that. And I kind of like the yellow for that, but it looks a little bit kind of obnoxious to see every day. And I don't know if that would make the kids look good or if we'll get tired of it. But it's basically between that and then either this cobalt blue again or mauve. I'll leave them on that one because I can. So I'll have to change them back eventually anyway. All right, so that's formal. Let's go to sleepwear. He's going to be in pink again. So this is the one where it kind of takes over. It's the pink. There's a little bit of silver in it. And actually that's a dark green. And then just a normal pant for it. And if we go through through the outfits, here's the mauve. And again, that little bit of pattern. It's not paisley. I'm not quite sure what the pattern is. I like it, but I'm making it subdued so it doesn't look a little bit obnoxious because the patterns, you can go crazy. Which is what I did here. I went a little crazy because I can. Black and yellow. And they're out of order. So here's the pink one, which he was wearing. And here's the cobalt blue. And again, the pinstripe. So if cobalt blue is a uniform, then this would be the sleepwear. So I wanted them to look smart throughout the house, no matter what time of day it is or what their activity is. So that's why I designed all of these. And again, this is the pink, and so I just used it for accent colors. The girls could maybe have a whole pink skirt or something, but this way the boys are just going to complement, and it's not going to be overbearing, and they still have more mature outfit colors, and they look, like little boys. So here's the mauve again, and that's why this one, the mauve ends up being a main color, and it does sort of take over. Switching them around ends up making it, kind of funny, like a little mini grandpa or something, so I didn't want to do that. But, so that's the mauve with the black. And again, you can, use the pinstripe and it can be a little dramatic. This is the blue with the silver trim. And I didn't change his socks out, but there's changes for the socks and for the shoes as well. And then the yellow, I just thought there could be a girl's version and a boy's version. So that's the boy's version with the yellow top. The girls just had a cute pattern on it. And then the one that we ended up with, which was the pink for now. So again, to go back through it and see if I don't want to be out of order, but here's the mauve. So that's number 1. The cobalt blue is number 2. Wait, is it number 3? And the yellow and black was, I don't know. If you want to call them out by name, that's fine. So we have mauve. We have cobalt blue and silver. We have black and gold or black and yellow. And we have pink plaid and basically black and silver or gray. So I'm going to leave it at that one again. And we've got swimwear and then outerwear to show you. Swimwear again is super simple. It's basically just a little stripe and I just created the one outfit for now. So, and these are a little bit out of order. Yeah. Okay, so here's the one with the pinstripe version, which I actually liked quite a bit. And then the black and yellow. And then again, another version of the black and yellow. So boys can wear different ones. One boy could wear this and the other could wear the other. That's the mauve again. I think it was supposed to be cobalt blue. Did I make a blue one? No, I made that one silver and black. This was the cobalt blue. So the other thing that can easily happen is that this can become cobalt blue. So there's that. And then it can easily be swapped because it's just a nice simple look, which I loved. And and the pink one you saw because that's the one he was in. And here's outerwear. Now, outerwear, I was looking for a jacket, but it turned out they had this smart little sweater top and, poor kids, that's what they're always putting them in. So then the outdoor outfit is a little different from the formal, which I kind of liked it. I wanted to have this in here somewhere with a little sweater, so that works out. So here's mauve. And this is, you get a little bit of that pattern. I still have the silver on the gloves for most of them, but that light gray and the still dark contrast with the black. And then here's the cobalt blue with the silver. Not too much of a variation. It doesn't have a little tie. That's what a lot of uniforms will have, but this does not have that. And then, of course, there's the black and seems like I'm less creative right now. Like the sides should have changed color, but it was basically a white undershirt and just a different blazer. And then here is the pink with the darker gray. So I liked how they all came out. I'm having a hard time deciding, honestly. I'm kind of leaning towards like the pink or the cobalt blue. I don't know. I'm leaning away from the black and yellow, but it doesn't mean we can't do the black and yellow. So if you guys vote or have an opinion, I'll have a little bit of time to look at your opinions because, like I said, I can't do this until my Homeless University challenge kicks off a little bit more. I want to focus on that before I start another challenge. I don't want to be distracted, and I want you guys to get more updates on that before I start something else new. So I always have ideas, and the problem is making them happen. I don't want to just have ideas and not get things out to you or start something when I haven't finished others yet. So, but here's the general space, and to go back to what the school needs to be, covering the whole lot. That's the one thing. It's not probably going to cover that criteria because of this little hill that it's on, but I love the stairs, and I think it would be important to keep the outside of the house intact, especially if it is being turned into a school. They usually become historic buildings, and they can't start changing a lot in the house. So I actually kind of liked that about it. I also thought we would be sparing with the artwork, and then as I started looking around the house, it turns out that there was artwork everywhere. I know there was the sculptures and things over here in the first place, but as I expanded and started... Oh, look where I put one. I put one over here because why not? Oh, I see. I didn't finish moving things. Oh, sorry, guys. Okay, you can tell I've moved objects on. But, oh, yeah, okay. Well, anyway. So there was just different pictures up here, and I thought something more like the legacy of a family and older artwork would work for this purpose. Most of what they had was older, but like I added what could be pictures of their family and all of that. So, especially if this is a house that they've lived in for quite a while. Let me go back into play mode. Okay, so back down to the first floor. I moved these columns over. That's the only thing I've moved, so more people can, of course, pass through. I have to change out the kitchen and all of that, but it's already fit to accommodate a lot of people. I do need a classroom with a bookshelf and all of that, the guitar, the telescope. And I'll have to go out and buy some books, so there's some of that. I'll also have to select the children to be in the house. More random is usually better, so my goal is going to be going throughout the town. I did already look at the different families, and most of the different families... Which one did he end up wearing? He's still wearing... I don't know. Did he change his outfit to ride the couch? I mean, I think he did, but... Sorry. Anyway, so most of the families, there were children in them, so I think there's actually about 6 in the town, which ended up working out perfectly. So even if there's more boys than girls, I'll probably just switch it and have 6 kids, and just turn them into, sessions or whatever if we have an area that only has 3 easels, So, right, so of course bathrooms for each gender, a cafeteria, so I'm going to have to turn the kitchen into more of a cafeteria situation, which I can do. The adults in the house will be responsible for cooking. This all has to happen after Edward Gooder passes away, and of course he's somewhat of a philanthropist, and so this will fit the other mission of his life, which is going to be to support the education of young children. So he's an author right now, actually, besides his day job as a CEO, right? Which it started this way. I promise none of this was my fault that he's not doing his stuff. And so he has a little scribbling pad here, and he's been writing books. And so his books will probably be required learning in the school as well, and just a couple of them, but the children will have to read a book every week. They're going to have to gain a skill every week. They're going to have to make friends every week, and still they can't leave until they're young adults. So I think it's going to be really exciting. I hope you all look forward to it. Any other opinions or ideas you guys have, this is the development stage. I can't wait to get rid of all these plants. I hate the default plants in the game. I used to love the little fern or whatever, but I've been looking at it for like 8 years now, so please get it out of my way. Right, so basically this is going to be a school run by Annabelle, and then her daughter Natasha will take over when it's at the end of Annabelle's life, or they'll both be here the whole time, and you never know. And this worked out too, because Edward is so much older than his wife in the first place. But being a snob and all that, they keep most of their worldly possessions, and this is going to be a chance to turn it to something positive. So, anyway, there are school colors, so the uniforms will reflect the school colors, which means what you guys choose and the feedback you give me might determine how I recolor some things throughout the mansion. And, what else do I need to do? There needs to be like a hangout room. So I'm hoping to redo this space without having to add another floor to the house, because the house is pretty cool already. It could go to 3 levels, but I wanted to avoid just junking it up with extra rooms. I'd like to repurpose the rooms that are there and treat it like a historical building. So for me as a builder, it's a challenge, but then as a challenge, it's a challenge, and I'm super excited for that also. So aside from that, the kids can have any traits. The adult in-house has to be good and friendly, so Annabelle's not. She is actually not either of those. So her daughter, Natasha, the one that will take over, is good. And then when she ages up, I'm going to give her the friendly trait with her next age up. I think it's hilarious that they're all snobs. I think that should be a challenge when they need to get along with all the kids, is that they're trying to help them, but they're doing it in a snobby way. And I think it'll be a wonderful experiment. And then, of course, Sebastian here is probably going to have the least amount of fun because his house is being taken over and he's already a clumsy loner who's a bit of a genius like his dad, so he should get right up there with the logic skill and probably, I would assume, turn into a snob himself if he's going to be a loner like that. But, you know, maybe he's nice and just doesn't like people. You never know. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you can tune in for when this actually comes out, when I'm able to put it out. And until then, I'll take your feedback into consideration before I rebuild the house. And it might be hard for me to do that. I might rebuild it and then you guys give me good feedback, but I will always change things if it needs to be changed. So once again, this is Frog Snack, and I'm going to go ahead and sign out and say thank you for watching.